Hi, I'm Wanda from Alanda Craft, and today I'm going to show you how to make these quick and easy placemats. So let's get on and show you how to do it. So what you need are 6 strips measuring 2.5 inches cut across the width of the fabric. Now you can see here I'm using jelly roll strips, and you can do that too, or you can cut from your stash. You'll also need a piece of batting, and you'll need a piece of material for your backing. Plus you'll need a couple of strips for your sashing and some strips for your binding. Now all of the measurements will be over on the website at alandacraft.com, and you can check the link in the description below. So now it's time to sew our strips together, and what I like to do is sew them together in groups of 2. So I'll sew those 2 together, these 2 together, and this one I've already sewn together, and then I will join these lot to this lot and to this lot. But one thing that I think, I like to keep in mind when I'm doing them is I sew one strip down one way, but then I'll sew these strips together coming the other way. So I'll have one row going one way, one row coming the next way. And the reason I do that is because I don't want the piece to bow and warp, and that helps to stop that. So once you've sewn them all together, you'll end up with a piece that looks like this. So we want to cut the salvagers off one end. We only need to do one end, and I've done that here. That gives us a nice straight piece to work with. Now we want to cut a piece that is 17 inches long. So I've made that cut there, so I have my 17-inch piece. Now we measure in 4.5 inches from one end, and we make another cut, and then we do 4.5 inches again, and we make another cut. Now you're going to get 2 placemats out of this piece of fabric that you've made. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this middle strip and just toss it and turn it around the other way. So it's now upside down and gives me a little pattern that you can see there. And then I take my sashing strips, now they're 1.5 inches by 12.5, and I'm going to attach one to this side. I'm going to sew all the way down there with a 1/4 inch seam, and I'm going to attach one to this one, this piece here, and again I'm going to attach that with a 1/4 inch seam. Now once that's done, I'll iron them open, and then I'll sew that piece there onto here, and I'll sew this piece here onto here. Okay, so I've sewn my pieces together and I've given them a good press. So now it's time to create my quilt sandwich. So what I've done is I've taken my piece of backing and I've got it face down on the table, and then I've laid a piece of batting over top of that, and then I've put my quilt on the top. Now I'm going to do some linear quilting, so I've drawn some 1-inch lines on here. You can quilt this any way you wish. I like to draw lines so they've got everything nice and straight. My eye's not that good. So I've pinned it all together and it's ready to go. So I'll go and quilt this, and then what I'll do is I'll trim it all around, and then I'll add some binding. Now we have a tutorial on how to bind a quilt, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. So there we are, our placemat is completed, and I think it looks great. Now if you've enjoyed this tutorial, give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to check out our Facebook page. Now all the written instructions will be on our website at alandacraft.com.